Fortnite has an incredible array of healing items that have been in the game, and in this video we are going to look at the top 5 best healing items ever to go into Fortnite. These are those items that you see them, you more than likely are going to take them over any other healing items in the game. If you enjoy this style of video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know down there what you think. Be sure to use code TYFRYZ in the Fortnite item shop if you would like to support what I do here on the channel. And yeah, let's just get right into this. So before I start, I would like to give a couple honorable mentions to items that are very, very good and just missed being on this list, but if there was ever a top 10 video, these would surely be on there. Firstly, big shields. Look, they're a classic in Fortnite. They've been in the game since its launch. They are a staple of healing items in Fortnite, but at this point, we've just seen better. The ability to only hold 3 and have a max healing ability of 150, in my opinion, just gets outdueled by a lot of the other healing items here. I would also like to give an honorable mention to the shield keg as well as med mist. These are both two incredibly strong healing items, not only for yourself but also for your team, and they don't crack the top 5, but again, they are right outside that. They are extremely valuable healing items. As well as this, I have to give a final honorable mention to the mythic mushroom. Again, it's just so rare that it's almost never been seen, but as a healing item, it gives you instant shield and health, which is of course as good as you can get for a healing item, but it's so rare that I just couldn't include it on this list. But let's officially get started at our number 5 spot, and it's kind of a cheap pick here. That's going to be floppers and slurpfish. I'm going to put them together at one spot. Floppers and slurpfish are kind of synonymous with each other. I mean, when you think of one, you kind of think of the other. And while of course you can absolutely argue that slurpfish are just better because they can give you shield and white health, the fact that they're a purple epic item and much harder to find than a flopper, I think kind of plays a factor into this. Look, of course, when these items first came out, they gave you 50 shield in terms of the flopper and then 50 health or shield in terms of the slurpfish, and this was extremely strong. If they were still like this, they would be probably top 3 items. But the nerf to making it give you 40 health is really, really big. Of course, the difference between the flopper and the slurpfish, besides one giving shield and one not, is for slurpfish, I believe you can only hold 3, but floppers you can actually hold 4. So you're essentially gaining more effective health with the flopper if you use all 4 and gain 40 health back each time. But of course, the slurpfish you get shield, so it's kind of like pick and choose your battle there. Regardless, the ability to instantly gain 40 health is extremely valuable, absolutely outclasses most white healing items, such as the medkit or bandages. And while yes, at one point in Fortnite, they were probably the best healing item ever, I think they've fallen down from that top spot, but still a top 5 healing item. At my number 4 spot on this list, I'm going to go with the pizza party. You know, I really don't hear that many people when it comes to really good healing items talk about the pizza party, but in my opinion, it absolutely is. If you don't know how pizza party works, essentially it is just one item. You can only stack one of them, but then you throw it down, the pizza box opens and reveals 8 slices of pizza, and each slice of pizza will restore 25 health and 25 shields, but it caps out at 100 health and 50 shield, right? So if you have 75 health and 50 shield, you eat the pizza, you are not going to go up to 75 shield. It'll just keep you at 75 shield, but you will get the 25 health to be at 150. It is important to note here that you are not healing effective health, right? If you are less than 100 health, let's say you have 98 health and you have 25 shield, right? As soon as you eat that pizza, you're still going to get the full 25 shield, but you'll only get 2 white health. Now, I believe that you can only hold 3 pizza slices, but it very well could have been 4 in the past. Part of me is remembering 4, but also part of me is remembering 3, so I'm going to stick at 3 slices. But in my opinion, the ability to just throw this down and have everybody in your squad be able to take it and it not just be for yourself is really, really valuable. You get incredible value out of this item, not only for yourself, but of course for your team. The only problem is it's an epic rarity item, so you may have a little trouble finding it, and there is kind of a slow process. It takes time to throw the box down, the box opens, then you have to pick up a slice, and then you have to eat the slice, you know what I'm saying? So it can take a little bit of time, whereas with a flopper or slurpfish, it's instant. Within half a second, you have your health and shield back. But of course, if you do have just a little bit of time, you are getting a ton more value out of the pizza party than you are with the floppers and slurpfish. So I'm going to keep them here at the number 4 spot. And at number 3, we have potentially the most iconic Fortnite item of all time. That's going to be mini shields. Minis are probably the most popular Fortnite healing item ever. I mean, they've made their way into pop culture memes, gaming memes, everywhere. There's mini shields. It's insane. And they're popular for a really good reason. They are an incredibly strong healing item, and even stronger when you could hold 10. Now, of course, course you could hold 6, but for any of you guys that don't know, you actually used to be able to hold 10 mini shields, which was just absolutely broken. There's the common debate between whether you would have 6 mini shields or 3 big pots, and so for me, I would rather have 6 mini shields, which is why minis get their spot ahead of big pots. But I could understand why, if you would rather take 3 big shields, you would feel like they should be here instead of minis. They are an uncommon item that is really easily accessible, so you're gonna have a large amount of minis at almost every time. It's really hard to not have 6 minis at a time. If you actually didn't know, the mini shield is actually one of the few items that has never been vaulted, and it's actually the longest lasting item that was not in the official release of Fortnite. And that's why it's in the middle of this list. It's just overall really solid item. It's not broken, it's not super OP, but it's not terrible. It just gets in the middle of the list. It's an all-around solid healing item. I don't think anybody is going to be surprised to see minis on this list, and yeah, here they are. Alright, and at the number 2 spot, and if you wanted to argue this to be the number 1 spot, I think you could actually put it there. It is the Chapter 4 Season 2 Slurp Juice. That is the legendary Slurp Juice. Now, I think we could all agree that the purple Slurp Juice needed a tuning, right? It needed a buff, let's be honest. It was just way too weak for a purple healing item, but I think they went a little bit overboard here. The legendary Slurp Juice would heal 6 health and 6 shield per second for 20 seconds. Think about how insane that is. Furthermore, you could hold 2 of them, so you could get an effective 480 health and shield, right? Because each one would give 240 total. And I honestly feel like they weren't that hard to get, especially in Chapter 4 Season 2. I just feel like everybody had these Slurp Juices. It was also extremely strong for the zone, because since you were getting 6 health, you could actually balance out a 6-tick storm and survive one of the final zones. This item is just busted, to be honest with you. It's absolutely broken. The ability to drink it at any HP and even be within a fight, just take it and you could just get healed after you were getting shot is so strong. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that this isn't the number 1 item, but once you see the number 1 item, you'll be like, oh yeah, I see what he's talking about here. And at the number 1 spot, that is going to be Lil Whip's Special Serve. I genuinely believe this is the best healing item we have ever seen. While I think you could make the argument that the legendary Slurp Juice should be number 1, I think that Lil Whip Special Serve is better. If you don't know, this was a legendary item, and it's simple. It would just give you max health and max shield. Look, I understand that this was a rare item, obviously nowhere near as rare as the Mythic Mushroom, but still a very rare item and kind of hard to get your hands on. Here's what I will say. I mean, absolutely outclasses the Chug Jug, right? Think about it. They are the same rarity. These are both legendary items. The Chug Jug takes 15 seconds to get 100 health and 100 shield. With this item, you eat it, and within a second, you get 100 health and 100 shield. That is how strong it is. We thought the Chug Jug was broken when it came out. Well, how about this thing? I honestly kind of forgot that it existed, because if I remember correctly, this was out in Chapter 4 Season 3. Don't quote me on that, but I did not play a ton of Chapter 4 Season 3, but after doing some research, I mean, what else do you have to say? Here's what I will say. I think there is an argument to be made that the Slurp Juice is better, and that is just because, one, you get more effective HP with the Slurp Juices, and also those Slurp Juices are a lot more common than Lil Whip's Special Serve was. I think there's a lot of instances where you might be, 50 health, 50 shield, but the Slurp Juice will get you all the way back up without wasting any health and shield. But with Lil Whip's Special Serve, if you had 50 health and 50 shield, you're essentially wasting half the item, right? But in the heat of a build fight or just any fight, to just box up and get all the way back to health and shield instantly is a major advantage. And with the Slurp Juice, there was a pretty loud sound and you had that kind of glow around your body, so somebody knew when you had hit the Slurp Juice and you were gaining that shield. But with Lil Whip's Special Serve, that wasn't the case. And I truly believe that this is the best healing item we have ever seen, and probably will ever see. I don't know how it gets any better than this. With that all being said though, guys, that is my list for the top 5 healing items ever in Fortnite. Let me know in the comment section, do you agree? Do you disagree? Did I miss something? I will say, I think you could put the Flowberry Fizz on this list, or at least an honorable mention. Let me know if you guys would like to see me rank Fortnite's top 5 worst healing items, because there absolutely are some terrible ones. I'm looking at you, Mr. Small Fry. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.